Most people in America tonight will lie down exhausted and still not sleep. They'll stare at the ceiling, replay arguments from 3 years ago, worry about money, check their phone one more time, then one more time after that. But somewhere in the mountains of Japan right now, a monk is preparing for bed in complete peace. No anxiety, no racing thoughts, no dread about tomorrow. The difference between that monk and most of us isn't willpower, it isn't medication, it isn't even discipline, it's what he refuses to do. In over 1,000 years of Zen monastic tradition, Japanese monks developed a precise evening code, not just rules for sleep, but a philosophy for how a human being should close each day of their life. Tonight, I'm going to show you the 7 things these monks never do before bed, and when you understand why they don't do them, your evenings, and honestly your entire life, will never feel the same. Stay with me until number 4. It's the one nobody talks about, and it might be the exact reason you haven't had a truly peaceful night in years. You know that feeling when your body is completely exhausted, but your brain just won't stop. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and suddenly you're replaying a conversation from last Tuesday. Then you're worrying about a bill. Then your mind jumps to something you forgot to do at work. Then it's 2 a.m., then 3 a.m. You're tired, but you can't rest. Here's what's interesting. Right now, somewhere in the mountains of Japan, a monk is ending his day in complete stillness. No racing thoughts, no anxiety, no doom scrolling, just peace. And the crazy thing? He's not special, he's not superhuman, he hasn't escaped life's problems. He's simply been taught something that most of us were never shown: how to properly close a day. In Zen Buddhism, there's an evening practice called yaza. It's not complicated, it's not religious in a way that excludes you. It's basically a monk's intentional way of transitioning from the noise of the day into genuine rest. Think of it like a closing ceremony for your mind. And for over 1,000 years, this practice has quietly done what no sleeping pill, no white noise machine, and no midnight snack has ever managed to do for most Americans. It actually works. So tonight we're going to walk through 7 things Japanese monks never do before bed. But I want you to hear me on this. These aren't bedroom hacks or sleep tricks. This is a philosophy, a way of ending your day with actual dignity and self-respect. That's a very different thing. Let's begin. And remember, don't just listen to what monks avoid. Listen to the wisdom underneath each one. That's where the real teaching lives. Number 1, they never carry the day into the night. Let me ask you something honest. When was the last time you truly left work at work? Not just physically, but mentally. When was the last time you closed your laptop and your brain actually agreed that the workday was over? For most people, it never really ends. You're making dinner but thinking about the email you forgot to send. You're sitting with your family, but mentally you're still in that meeting. You're lying in bed at 11 p.m., rehearsing what you should have said to your boss at 2 p.m. The day is technically over, but you're still living inside it. Monks don't do this, and there's a reason why. In Zen Buddhism, there's a beautiful concept called ichigo-ichi. It roughly translates to one time, one meeting. The idea is simple but profound. Every moment in life is completely unique and will never come again, which means every moment also deserves to be fully completed before you move to the next one. The day you just lived? It happened once. It will never happen again. It deserves to be finished, not dragged like a heavy bag into your night. In Japanese monasteries, monks practice something called kaichu in the evening. Think of it as mentally closing the book on the day, not because everything went perfectly, not because all the problems are solved, but because the day's time is simply up. Whatever happened, the arguments, the mistakes, the unfinished tasks, the disappointments, they belong to today, and today is done. Here's what makes this so powerful for regular people like us. We've been trained to believe that worrying about a problem at night somehow helps solve it. Like if we just think about it hard enough before sleep, we'll wake up with answers. But that's not how the mind works. A tired, anxious brain at midnight doesn't solve problems. It just tortures you with them. The monk understands this deeply. He knows that carrying the day into the night doesn't fix the day, it just ruins the night. So what does he do instead? He makes a conscious decision, almost like a small ceremony, to mentally place the day down. Some monks literally bow toward the end of the day as the evening bell rings. Not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. It's an acknowledgement that says, I gave today what I had. It is now complete. I release it. You don't need a monastery bell to do this. You don't need a robe or a ritual. You just need a moment, maybe while you're washing your face or making tea, where you quietly say to yourself, today is finished. Whatever I didn't solve today will still be there tomorrow, but right now, the day is closed. That one simple shift, that one small act of mental discipline is where a monk's peaceful night actually begins. Not in the bedroom, in the decision to finally leave the day behind. Number 2, they never feed their mind poison after dark. Think about the last thing you looked at before you went to sleep last night. Was it a news headline that made your stomach drop? A social media argument between strangers that somehow pulled you in? A crime story? An opinion that made your blood boil? A notification that meant nothing but grabbed everything? If you're honest, most nights, the last thing that enters your mind before sleep is something that disturbs it. And then we wonder why we can't rest. Japanese monks figured this out centuries before smartphones existed. Long before blue light and breaking news and Twitter fights, they already understood one of the most important truths about the human mind. What you feed your mind in the final hours of the day becomes the seed of your night. In Zen, there is a concept called kokoro. It's a Japanese word that doesn't translate perfectly into English because it means something deeper than just mind or just heart. It means both at the same time, the place where your thoughts and emotions live together, your inner world. And the teaching around kokoro is simple. What you put into it, it absorbs, especially at night. Here's why this matters so much. During the day, your mind is busy, defended, distracted. It has armor on. But at night, as you wind down, that armor comes off. Your mind becomes softer, more open, more vulnerable. In a way, it becomes like wet clay, and whatever you press into wet clay leaves a permanent mark. So when you spend the last 45 minutes of your day consuming conflict, fear, outrage, and negativity, you aren't just watching it, you are pressing it directly into the softest, most receptive version of your mind. And then you carry that impression into your sleep. Monks protect this window of time fiercely. After the evening bell rings in a Zen monastery, there is no news, no gossip, no debate, no unnecessary conversation that stirs emotion. The final hours of the day are treated as sacred, not because monks are fragile, but because they are wise enough to know that the mind deserves better than poison as its last meal. Think about it this way. You would never eat rotten food right before bed and expect to feel good in the morning. You'd know immediately, that's going to make me sick. But we do the mental equivalent of this every single night without even thinking twice. The monk draws a clear line. When the day ends, the noise ends with it. This doesn't mean you need to be completely off your phone by sunset. Life is real. Responsibilities are real. But even just protecting the last 30 minutes before bed, keeping that window clean, quiet, and calm, can completely change the quality of your sleep and, honestly, the quality of your mornings too. Because what you end your day with is quietly shaping who you wake up as. The monks knew this, and now, so do you. Number 3, they never go to bed with unresolved anger. Let me paint a picture you might recognize. Someone said something that hurt you today. Maybe it was your partner, maybe it was a co-worker, maybe it was just a stranger online who got under your skin in a way you can't fully explain. And now it's late. The house is quiet. Everyone else seems fine. But you're lying there in the dark, jaw tight, chest heavy, replaying it over and over, building the argument you should have had, saying all the perfect things in your head that you didn't say in the moment. You're not sleeping. You're fighting a battle inside a room where the war already ended. This is one of the most quietly destructive things we do to ourselves. And Japanese monks, through centuries of deep self-observation, identified it as one of the most important things to address before the night begins. Not because anger is wrong. Anger is human. Every monk has felt it. Every teacher in the Zen tradition has sat with it. The teaching isn't that you shouldn't feel anger. The teaching is that you should never let anger put you to bed. There is a famous Zen parable about 2 monks walking along a riverbank. They come across a woman who needs help crossing the water. The older monk picks her up, carries her across, and sets her down safely. The 2 monks continue walking in silence. Hours later, the younger monk finally speaks. "We are not supposed to touch women. How could you do that?" The older monk looks at him calmly and says, "I put her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" That story isn't just about judgment. It's about what we choose to keep holding long after the moment has passed. Anger carried into sleep doesn't punish the person you're angry at. They're sleeping fine. It punishes you, and only you. It tightens your body. It raises your stress hormones. It pulls you out of the present moment and traps you inside a story that your own mind keeps rewriting and making worse. Zen doesn't ask you to be a saint about this. It doesn't ask you to pretend you're not hurt or to force a smile over real pain. That would be dishonest, and Zen deeply values honesty. What it asks is something much more practical. It asks you to make a clear separation between feeling your anger and feeding your anger. Feel it, acknowledge it, sit with it if you need to, but before you close your eyes for the night, consciously choose to put it down. Not forever, not as forgiveness you're not ready for, just for tonight. There's a quiet practice some monks use. Before sleep, they simply ask themselves, "Am I holding anything right now that belongs to tomorrow and not tonight?" And if the answer is yes, they breathe it out, slowly, deliberately. Not because the issue isn't real, but because rest is also real, and you deserve it. Carrying anger into sleep is like squeezing a handful of thorns all night and wondering why your hand hurts in the morning. Put it down. Just for tonight, put it down. Number 4, they never neglect the body before stillness. Okay, this is the one I promised you earlier, and I want you to really hear this because this is the point that most sleep advice, most wellness content, and most self-help books completely miss. They talk endlessly about the mind, about thoughts, about mindset, about what to think and what not to think. But they forget something fundamental. You don't just have a mind, you have a body, and your body keeps score. Here's what I mean. You've probably had nights where you told yourself, "Okay, I'm done stressing, I'm going to relax now." And mentally, you meant it. You genuinely tried. But sleep still didn't come easily. You still felt restless, still felt that uncomfortable buzz under your skin that you couldn't quite name. That wasn't your mind failing you, that was your body talking. Because here's the truth that Zen monks understood long before modern science confirmed it. The mind and body are not two separate things operating independently. In Japanese philosophy, there is a concept called Shinshin Ichinyo. It means mind and body as one, not connected, not linked. One, which means this: you cannot think your way into peace if your body is still holding war. Think about where you carry your stress physically. For most people, it lives in the shoulders, tight, raised, almost touching the ears by evening. It lives in the jaw, clenched so habitually you don't even notice anymore. It lives in the chest, a low, dull heaviness that just sits there. It lives in the stomach, that familiar knot that never fully goes away. Your mind might genuinely believe the day is over, but your body is still braced for impact. Monks address this directly and intentionally before sleep. They don't simply collapse into bed after a long day of meditation and work. They prepare the body as a deliberate ritual, because they understand that the body is the doorway to genuine stillness. One of the most powerful practices is kinhin, a form of slow, mindful walking. After evening meditation, monks walk in complete silence, extremely slowly, fully aware of each step. Not to get anywhere, simply to bring the mind fully into the body and let the nervous system quietly settle. They also practice gentle stretching, mindful washing of the hands and face, not rushing through it, but actually feeling the water, the temperature, the sensation. These aren't just physical acts, they are signals. They tell the body, in a language it actually understands, the day is ending, you are safe now, you can let go. And the body listens. You don't need to practice kinhin tonight, but you can do something equally powerful. Before you get into bed, slow down physically. Wash your face like it matters. Stretch your shoulders for 60 seconds. Take 3 genuinely deep breaths, standing in the dark. Stop rushing towards sleep and instead walk toward it, slowly, gently, like a monk approaching something sacred. Because real rest doesn't begin when your eyes close. It begins the moment your body finally believes it's safe. Number 5, they never skip gratitude, even on hard days. I want to be honest with you about something before we get into this one. When most people hear the word gratitude, they roll their eyes a little. And honestly, I get it. We live in a world where gratitude has been turned into a buzzword, a bumper sticker, a 5-second Instagram caption posted by someone whose life looks nothing like yours. Just be grateful, as if that sentence alone fixes loneliness, or grief, or a marriage that's falling apart, or a body that's getting older, or a bank account that's running low. So let me be very clear about what Zen gratitude actually is, because it is nothing like that. In Japanese philosophy, there is a word, kansha. It means gratitude, but not the feeling of gratitude, not the emotion you experience when something good happens to you. Kansha is gratitude as a discipline, a conscious daily practice that you choose, especially on the days when you don't feel it at all. That distinction changes everything. Monks don't end their day with gratitude because their day was easy. Some days in a monastery are hard, physically exhausting, emotionally heavy, spiritually dry. Days where nothing felt meaningful and everything felt like effort. And on those exact days, the monk still bows, still reflects, still finds the thread, not because life was perfect, but because life was. There is a quiet Zen reflection that monks carry into their evenings. It goes something like this: I was alive today. I breathed, I saw, I felt. Whatever else happened, that alone was something. That's not toxic positivity. That's not pretending hard things aren't hard. That is an honest, clear-eyed acknowledgement that existence itself, just being here, just having another day, is something that billions of people who came before us never got enough of. And here's what makes this practically powerful for your nights specifically. Gratitude physically interrupts the anxiety loop. When your mind is spinning with worry about tomorrow, and you deliberately pause and name even one real thing from today that had value, you are literally redirecting your nervous system. You are giving your brain something true and grounding to hold on to, instead of something fearful and imagined. It doesn't need to be big. It never needs to be big. A good cup of coffee, a moment of sunlight, a song that hit differently, someone who smiled at you. Before you sleep tonight, find one thing, just one honest thing. That small act of kancha is how a monk closes the gap between a hard day and a peaceful night. Number 6. They never sleep without setting an intention for tomorrow. Let me ask you something simple. What is your relationship with tomorrow? For a lot of people, especially people who struggle with anxiety, tomorrow is not a neutral thing. It's not just the next day. It's a looming presence, a weight that sits on your chest even before the day has arrived. You fall asleep dreading it, dreading the alarm, dreading the commute, dreading the conversation you've been avoiding, dreading the list that never gets shorter no matter how hard you work. Tomorrow feels like something happening to you, not something you are walking toward. Monks experience this very differently, and the reason why comes down to one small but deeply powerful evening habit. Before sleep, a monk sets an intention for the following day. Not a schedule, not a to-do list, not a set of goals written in a productivity journal. Just one quiet human intention. Something like, tomorrow I will listen more carefully. Or, tomorrow I will move through difficulty with patience. Or simply, tomorrow I will be present. That's it. One sentence, one seed. In Japanese philosophy, this connects deeply to the concept of Kaizen, which most people have heard applied to business or productivity. But its original spirit is much more personal than that. Kaizen means continuous, gentle improvement, not dramatic transformation, not overnight change, just one small conscious step forward, taken every single day with sincerity and humility. The monk's evening intention is Kaizen applied to the soul. And here is the crucial difference that I really want you to understand, because this is where everything shifts. There is a fundamental difference between anxiety about tomorrow and intention for tomorrow. They can feel similar on the surface. Both involve thinking about the future. Both involve tomorrow. But they are completely opposite in nature. Anxiety about tomorrow is uncontrolled. It happens to you. It spirals. It catastrophizes. It takes the worst possible version of future events and plays them on repeat until you're exhausted and defeated before the day even begins. Intention for tomorrow is chosen. You decide it. You place it quietly into the night like planting a seed before rain. It doesn't control the future. It simply gives you a meaningful way to meet it. One leaves you feeling powerless. The other leaves you feeling purposeful. And purposeful people sleep better. Not because their problems are smaller, but because they have something waiting for them in the morning that they actually chose. The monk doesn't conquer tomorrow in his mind before it arrives. He doesn't map every hour or prepare for every obstacle. He simply lights one small internal candle and trusts the morning to bring the light. Tonight, before you close your eyes, ask yourself one honest question. Who do I want to be tomorrow? Not what do you want to accomplish? Not what do you need to finish? Just who do you want to be? One word is enough. Patient, present, kind, open. Plant that seed tonight. and trust yourself to grow it in the morning. Number 7. They never underestimate the power of darkness and silence. We have forgotten how to be alone with ourselves. I don't mean physically alone. A lot of people are physically alone every single night. I mean truly alone, without noise filling every corner, without a screen glowing in the dark, without a podcast voice talking in your ear, without something constantly pulling your attention away from the one thing you keep avoiding, yourself. Think about your average evening honestly. The TV stays on even when you're not really watching it. You scroll until your eyes are heavy. You put on something to fall asleep to because the silence feels uncomfortable, maybe even a little scary. And that discomfort, that instinct to immediately fill every quiet moment, is something Zen Buddhism points to very directly as a sign of a mind that has lost its connection to itself. In Japanese philosophy, there is a concept called ma. It is one of the most beautiful and misunderstood ideas in all of Eastern thought. Ma means empty space, pause, silence. But not empty in a negative way, empty in the way that a bowl is empty. The emptiness is exactly what makes it useful. The silence is exactly what makes it powerful. Monks sleep in near complete darkness and silence every single night, not as punishment, not as deprivation, as nourishment. Because they understand something that our noise-filled modern lives have caused us to completely forget. Silence is not the absence of something, it is the presence of everything. In the silence before sleep, something quietly remarkable happens. The layers peel back. The performer you've been all day, the professional, the parent, the partner, the person who holds it all together, that version of you finally gets to rest. And underneath all of that, something quieter and more honest surfaces. Your actual self, the one that existed before the noise began. Monks call this meeting themselves, and they consider it one of the most important appointments of the entire day. Here is what I want you to try tonight. Just tonight. Before you reach for your phone or turn on the TV or put your earbuds in, sit in the dark for just 5 minutes. No input, no noise, no distraction. It will feel uncomfortable at first. That discomfort is not a problem. That discomfort is actually the information. It's showing you exactly how unfamiliar you've become with your own company, but stay with it. Breathe in it. Let the silence do what it has always been designed to do. Because the monk has known for centuries what we are only beginning to remember. The most honest, most healing, most restorative place you will ever find is the one that exists in the quiet. These aren't 7 productivity hacks, they are 7 acts of self-respect. The Japanese monk who sleeps in peace tonight isn't different from you in his humanity. He hurts, he grieves, he carries uncertainty, he knows impermanence, perhaps better than anyone. But he has learned, through centuries of accumulated wisdom, that how you end your day is how you begin to build your life. You don't have to adopt all 7 tonight. The Zen way is never about perfection. Choose one, just one, and practice it tonight with full sincerity. That is enough. In Zen, that has always been enough. The monastery bell rings at the same time every evening, not to command the monks, but to remind them, gently, lovingly, that another day has been lived, another day has been a gift, and now it is time to rest. If something in this video touched something quiet inside you, that's not an accident, that's recognition. That's the part of you that already knows this truth and has been waiting for permission to live it. I want to ask you something before you go. Which of these 7 resonated with you the most? Drop it in the comments below, just the number, just the one that felt like it was speaking directly to you. Because I read every single comment, and your answer will actually shape what I create next for this community. If this video brought you even a moment of peace, please share it with someone who needs a better night's sleep tonight. You might be giving them something more valuable than you know. And if you're new here, welcome. This channel exists for one reason: to bring the oldest wisdom on earth into the middle of your very modern life. Subscribe and come back, because the teachings we're going to explore together go much deeper than this. Until next time, rest well. You've earned it.